RWBY,
RWBY, RWBY, RWBY.
I don't know. It just doesn't work without like four of us.
I know, because we're not a group.
Right.
But yeah, it is what it is.
Well, in case you haven't figured it out, today is RWBY Tuesday.
Yeah.
They are through with their little hiatus, so we are back with episode 7, I believe, of the current season. And of course, if you're just now joining us, I am Micah. This is Nate, and we are going to react to this episode. So I guess we'll go ahead and get it started.
This is one. The beginning of the end is the name of this one, which is kind of scary.
Oh well, yeah, that's
kind of ominous.
It is indeed.
All right, here we are.
I want to be strong.
A beautiful ring for a beautiful woman.
I'm sorry. I want to be feared.
What? Impossible! What did it?
Sounds like my kind of woman.
I want to be powerful.
I think this is Cinders.
Yeah.
Call the police!
How did she do that?
What's
How
up,
did
girl?
you do that? Don't. Unless, of course, you want them to hear you.
What do you want?
I've already told you. And I don't like repeating myself.
I didn't do anything. Just leave me alone.
I know my fair share of liars and thieves. Stealing is an art of patience, coordination, and in a pinch, sleight of hand. But you didn't steal that ring in your pocket. You took it right before the jeweler's eyes. And he smiled.
Who are you?
You will question everything you know.
How Emerald met Cinder.
This is impossible.
I wish to take on an apprentice.
He lives in the mountains with his son.
Follow me, and you'll never be hungry again.
Thank you.
Sounds very dark side.
Mercury.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking for Marcus Black.
There you go.
Oh.
That's the assassin?
And you're his son. We saw your fight from the tree line. He's taught you well.
Guess so.
What's your name?
Mercury.
Mercury.
Mercury. Tell me, are you anything like your father?
Daddy,
So what's
daddy
in it
issues.
for me?
We don't need him. Everything was going fine. Ugh.
Do not mistake your place.
My dad always said, if you need to know a city, ask the rats.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Torchwood is a rat.
So, let me get this straight.
Maybe Torchwick.
Or yeah.
You
I
could
always
have
do
gone
that.
to anyone for help. You could have made a deal with a gang leader, paid off some huntsman that had strayed from their righteous path. But instead, you choose to seek an audience with me.
I knew he'd
You're
come
the
back
one
into the
we
fold
need.
sometime or another.
Your skill. Your ability to lead those beneath you. You're an exceptionally valuable man, Adam. And we've put a lot of thought into...
Then you're clearly not thinking straight. If you truly understood me, then you would know that coming here was a mistake. The White Fang is not an organization for hire. We're a force of revolution.
I believe our plan will be beneficial for all parties involved. I have an associate in Vale. He and I are working on a revolution of our own, but we can't do it without your forces. We need...
What you need is to leave. You're asking my men to die for your cause. A human cause. That is not an idea I am willing to entertain.
Very well.
that about?
Nothing. We need to finish preparing. The train will be here at dawn.
That's from her origin.
Oh, snap.
That's from her trailer.
So that's right before
now
she...
what?
That's right
There's
before she
another
left.
task
Yeah.
we must attend to.
Excuse me, but I'm looking for a friend of mine.
Remember the plan. Exactly as discussed. Not a foot out of place.
Dum da dum da dum da 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 dum dee dum.
Is that...
I think it might be Neo.
Is that... I was wondering if it was the Fall Maiden.
Wait a second. Probably.
'Cause she had brown hair, right?
I think so.
Oh, man.
Illusion.
Is it Illusion or is that just Neo dressed up like a little punk kid?
I think it's an illusion. Because you saw the person
Oh,
standing
yeah, she's a
there.
little small. Kind of looks like her.
Yeah, the eyes. And there's no one there.
Oh, okay, so I guess she can cast the illusions.
Surprise!
Huh. Whoa. That's cool.
Cybernetic legs.
Huh.
Oh, man. So that's why. Avatar The Last Airbender much? Her aura.
Oh.
You go.
Huh?
Ow. At least it wasn't to the knee. She can still be an adventurer. I'm sorry. That was mean.
was that?
I think that's what's transferring the power.
Oh, snap.
Please don't.
She's taking it by force. And if it wasn't for someone stepping in.
Oh, snap.
Oh, it's Crow.
Crow.
Grunkle Crow.
So he... Oh.
Now she's got half the power.
That explains the scars.
Yep.
So Crow would recognize Mercury and Emerald
Huntsman severed
if
the
he got
connection
close to
before it
him.
was
I
complete.
think so.
And that's why Mercury
Yes.
recognized him when he was fighting
It's
Winter.
an
He's
emptiness.
freaked out.
Yeah.
It burns. Like hunger. I like it. Yes. I will claim what is ours.
Huh.
Thank you.
We'll find her, sir. I swear on my life.
Forget it. It's time I return to Mistraland.
That doesn't sound good.
What is this?
Oh, snap.
We could have gone to anyone for help, but we chose you, Adam Taurus. Our plan will be beneficial for both of us. Or one of us. So, which will it be?
And here we are back at the modern era.
There's not going to be a next time, Blondie.
So he's got cybernetic legs, so it's all a setup. Like, he's not hurt at all. Right?
Yeah.
My leg! My leg!
Please, somebody help him! Can you do something?
We need to get this boy to a hospital. Grab a blanket.
So Emerald's the one who cast.
You don't understand.
So she made the
attacked
illusion.
Me, I swear.
Stow it! You've already caused enough of a scene.
Here, we've got an ambulance.
I sort
ready
of
to
say
go.
they're going to have to get him out of there because once they find out his cybernetic legs, it's going to be...
Hope they'll be okay. That girl won't leave his side.
We'll take good care of both of them.
Oh, Doc, tell me. Will I ever walk again? Ow! What's your deal?
Headache. One mind I can handle, but two is a stretch.
Well, you all performed marvelously. Driver included.
Neo.
She freaks me out.
It's those eyes, man. They keep
So,
changing.
You think it worked?
A terrible tragedy took place this afternoon during the one-on-one rounds of the Vital Festival tournament.
I don't know what Beacon's headmaster's teaching his students, but that was disgraceful.
Brawl.
Completely uncalled for.
Far out, man.
Despite Atlas reinforcements, local authorities are still calling on any available huntsmen to aid in suppressing the spike in grim activity.
Hey,
Pandemonium.
I was watching that. Shut up. Is this how you treat a patient? Ow, too tight.
Enough. Our Mercury put on a wonderful show. He was quite brave.
These things aren't exactly cheap, you know.
So what's next?
You and I will ensure that our next matchup goes just as smoothly.
What about me?
You get to lay low until the end. We wouldn't want people to see you on your feet and have this all be for naught now, would we?
Can do.
Dang it. Dang it.
Well, that's all incredibly interesting.
That is unbelievable. Well, I was going to say, propaganda and fear
Sure.
will eventually lead to the whole thing about should be headmaster of Vale
Wait,
in the academy.
So it was interesting because you saw they talked about Marcus. It was his dad, and he must have killed him. And I saw the bandages on his legs, and just thought that they probably both like just got into a kick fight or something. But apparently his dad was like a mad scientist and like cut his legs off and grafted, robot kicking legs onto him or something, like in some cabin out in the middle of nowhere, which is absolutely terrifying.
Oh gosh.
Man, okay, so they introduced the way that they stole the powers from the Fall Maiden, which is some kind of glove with like.
Well, it looked like a scarab. It looked like a scarab that attached itself to her, and it was able to absorb her energy in some way.
Right, and of course the symbol on it straight up looked like the eye that like Zelda wore as Sheik in Ocarina of Time, the Sheikah clan or whatever. Remember?
That's true.
Like the lens of truth and like her.
That's true. You're right. That does look.
So I feel like that may have been a reference to that, which is like the greatest game of all time. And then also I liked the Fall Maiden's powers because you saw it was like all of the elements. She could control all the elements. But
Avatar: The Last Airbender much?
Yeah, but it looks like
Jeez.
But it looks like Cinder only got fire.
Yeah, well, Cinder, I think her primary is fire, and that's pretty much what she's built her magic attacks around. And I think the Fall Maiden, I think how it usually happens, how they've explained it is they're chosen. And I think they're chosen at a young enough age to where they really don't have a preference. Instead, they're pretty much a jack of all trades because they can use them.
So you think that Cinder has all the power, she just chooses fire?
She chooses fire because of its destructive nature and because it's what she's known her whole life. She may be saving her knowledge of other types of magic for like a trump card. Say Ruby comes at her with a fire and fire attack, and Ruby gets the upper hand, and Cinder, wanting to get a little bit of a leg up, decides, oh wait, water, and just
right.
And just
okay, because I think like Crow and Ozpin mentioned that part of her power was stolen, so I didn't know if maybe she just got like fire and wind, because I could kind of see that in what she's used so far, but nothing to indicate earth or water.
That's true.
But yeah. I mean, you might be right. I have no idea.
No. Well, that may very well be the case. In which, if Cinder and Pyrrha both obtain the powers of that one maiden, instead of the 4 maidens, now it'll be the 5.
Yeah.
And
it could be split. It could be this duality. So it could be earth and water versus fire and wind or something.
Yeah. Well, fire and wind complement each other. Earth and water kind of polar opposites almost. Well, actually, they complement each other.
Yeah, I mean,
they complement each other. Yeah, so
I feel like they kind of, the way I see it is kind of rotational. So everything complements something except its opposite. So water and fire don't, but water could go with wind or earth pretty well.
Yeah.
I assume, and then fire could go with earth or wind, but not water. I mean,
okay.
So that's kind of how I see it.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that. Okay, so they can go so many ways with this, and so far I'm liking where they're going.
Sure.
And plus,
I also really like. Did you notice like the Fall Maiden and then of course Cinder, when she stole it, like around her eyes, it was like this sort of like butterfly wing. I guess it looks like flames or whatever.
Yeah. It was like an outline. It was like the outline of her eye.
Yeah, but it was totally like Psylocke in the X-Men. When she uses her telekinetic powers, it generates like a a mask.
That's true.
Yeah.
Also,
so that's kind of cool.
Also, check this right here. There's a post about the viewer discretion and RWBY going forward.
Mm-hmm. Wait, viewer discretion? Like
I think maybe they're going a little more. Before showing it to a child, so they're amping up the.
Yeah, well, it's like we were talking earlier before we started that it's become much more, the storylines and plot devices are much more grown up.
It's growing up now.
Sure,
And also, RWBY going forward, just going forward, they're because it got pretty violent there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because honestly, you see in Mercury's legs and everything, all bloodied and everything, and plus the Fall Maiden gets shot in the back.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean,
plus like weird scarab beetle pulling your soul force out of your face. So
oh gosh,
that's a bad day.
Yeah.
But
you
okay,
had a bad day.
but that's interesting though. Like Crow was there and fended him off, so he knows Mercury and Emerald.
Yeah.
So like things could have absolutely blown up if he had spotted Mercury in the crowd that day when he was drunk fighting Winter.
Probably, yeah.
Like,
he could have exposed the whole thing.
Because I mean, it's like if he had seen Mercury, he'd be like, he was one of the guys that,
still out in the open, and he's seen
Right.
Emerald too. So,
do you think he has?
Probably, I'd say he did because he saw the two that were holding the Fall Maiden.
Right, but do you because he was drunk in the bar during that one fight, but he wasn't really paying attention to it, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if he may know. I mean, they may be aware of they're moving and there's watching.
Well, he may have told Ozpin.
Right.
Ozpin
Well, I would imagine that if anything he knew, he would tell Ozpin at least.
Well, because he trusts Ozpin. He knows Ozpin means well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe the general is working against Ozpin. I think they're kind of a coup d'etat,
mm-hmm.
and Cinder and Emerald and Mercury are working for him.
I don't know. I still don't trust Ironwood.
I don't trust Ironwood either. Well, Torchwick.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, because I could see why you get those two confused.
I do it all the time, yeah. Well, and too because of the series, the Doctor Who spinoff.
Oh yeah, Torchwood.
Because I totally messed that up, and then of course,
yeah, Torchwood.
Ozpin, I constantly call Osgood from.
Yeah. I forget where it's from too. Dang it, but I do remember the name. It's killing me. Gonna Google it.
Osgood Schlatter. Yeah, actually, I know somebody that had Osgood Schlatter's disease and had to get it corrected, so that's probably where I picked it up.
Osgood, the Day of the Doctor.
Oh, right. I forgot about that, too.
Yeah.
That was a weird episode where she was the Zygon episode. That was bizarre.
Zygon.
Yeah, I forgot about her. And the fact I know someone's Osgood Schlatter. I can't say that. But yeah, terrible with names, better with faces.
Oh, yeah. But I get that.
Yeah, it's tremendously interesting, though. And, of course, Mercury has cybernetic legs,
Yeah, he faked it the whole daggone time.
But it's interesting, though, that, there is this really advanced technology, but also, this sort of, magical-like abilities, with aura.
Well, I was going to say...
So now does Mercury, what is his aura? Because we saw, he generates, the wind blasts or whatever, but is that some technology he's using now? Or is that his aura?
I don't know. Well, his legs give him an advantage because I saw a spring sprocket kind of looking deal in there, which gives him a better jumping ability, and thus it also can enhance his kicks as well because metal's a lot tougher than
and
bone.
So now we've seen that it didn't appear to me that Cinder used fire until she stole the powers. So if her fire generation is from the Fall Maiden, then what is her semblance? We still haven't actually seen it, have we?
That's true.
So she could be packing something crazy. We don't know.
Gosh, so many ways they're going with this.
Yeah, man.
And I can't wait to see what they're gonna do next. Jeez.
And then of course we see that their deal with the White Fang it's not too chummy. Because Adam was pretty much left without choice to.
Yeah, he was resistant towards the idea of working with them.
But he didn't really have a choice.
Oh yeah, when someone comes along and just puts a circle of fire around you, it's just you're working for us now.
Mm-hmm.
You can be go to hell, first, or you can just be I accept the terms of the deal.
Yeah,
and just sheath your sword.
So man,
grudgingly just grit your teeth.
Yeah, no, this is really cool. I'm thrilled with this because just the way the series has progressed. Like we were saying, it's plot development is tremendous now.
Up.
Yeah,
they're growing up right before our eyes. So proud.
Yeah, but man, that's cool. So
yeah. So
I don't know. So I guess we're looking for a big Grimm breakthrough for them to do something.
Well, they did that last season,
which I'm I'm assuming that these are just distractions so they can get to the Fall Maiden and take the rest of her power.
I'd say that too.
That's pretty much how I understand.
I'd say that too.
Their motivation so far.
I'm interested if Pyrrha's going to say yes. I mean,
right.
Because if she does say yes, and she absorbs the rest of the power, then that means they have to go after Pyrrha.
Right.
And you know who that brings back into the fold?
Well, everybody.
Him trying to protect Pyrrha.
I mean, everybody, like all the teams, because they're all friends. I mean, Ruby and Juniper would.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just who has the most story time with Pyrrha?
Well, Jean, obviously.
Yeah, and I think maybe this will be like this will be a building point for her.
I think I'm gonna call it. Jean is Krillin. He's gonna get killed, and Pyrrha's gonna go Super Saiyan.
You think so?
And I'm gonna be upset because redheads are way better than blondes. I'm just kidding. Kidding.
Redheaded Super Saiyan.
I'm just saying. She's already got green eyes, so.
Yeah, it could work. I could see that.
So fingers crossed. Jean is Krillin.
Jean's is Krillin, and is just gonna be like, he's gonna get, help me! It just explodes. Pop goes the Johnny.
Oh man,
I could see you just sitting there snickering and everything like.
No, I'm not gonna say a thing. I have to be like, yep.
Called it.
Maybe you shouldn't have cheated your way into a combat school.
Hope somebody picks that up. Because I freaking called it.
Oh, man. All right. Well, do you have anything else to contribute?
Nope. I'm spent.
All right. Well, everyone, I guess that's got it for this episode. Tell us what you thought. And also, please check the description for all of our related content. We greatly appreciate everyone for joining us this time around, and hopefully we will see you next time. So everyone take care.